Alright guys, it's January 31st. It's been a while since I've recorded a vlog, but we're gonna head to Divisionals 2 this time in Seattle. And low-key, I've been training a lot recently, so hopefully it's gonna be a great tournament. Alright, we're starting off with the singles event here at the Spring Divisionals at Eric Table Tennis Academy. We're going up against my fellow teammate, Glenn, who is 1750 rated. And my goal going into this tournament was to basically just increase my rating, because at this point, my rating's around 1400, and that's like really low. I was aiming for 2000 after this tournament, but that's very ambitious, and spoiler alert, that didn't happen. But I did end up increasing my rating quite a bit. But here we are. First game, singles event group stage with Glenn. Low-key, we both weren't really warmed up, as honestly it was like right after a 3-hour car ride and we both didn't have much time to prepare. But nice block by Glenn. But yeah. One thing I noticed about this court is, if you guys saw my last video about the Paddle Palace, when I complained that that court was wet, oh, that court was nothing compared to this court. This court was the wettest thing I've ever felt in my life. Cause that back door, I don't know if you can see in this clip, but it was like slightly open on the bottom. So all the humidity from the outside was coming in. But it wasn't that bad this first game. But as the day went on, I had to start wiping my paddle like after every point, just so my rubbers would grip onto the ball. But you gotta take what you can get, I guess, in the Pacific Northwest. But anyways, back to the game with Glenn. There isn't really much to say, honestly. Nothing too special. It was a pretty standard game, to be honest. I haven't played with him much during UBC trainings, so honestly this was one of the first like actual games I've played with him. So yeah. And also this tournament was the first tournament I played with my new setup, my new blade setup that I got basically just a month earlier. I'm using S968 National Sinisha blade, and then Hurricane 3 on the forehand and D09C on backhand. And honestly, it's the first time I played with it, it was super duper heavy because I added a lot of laser glue, so that's low-key my fault. But now I'm like kind of used to it and it gives me a lot of power. But I think in these games I don't really showcase how much power it actually has, because I'm like super scared to play hard in tournaments, especially, but especially in this tournament, since nice point. What was I saying? I'm scared to play hard, especially in this tournament, because of the humidity in the air. Whenever I go hard, I like playing spinny shots. I don't like hitting the ball. I play a lot of my shots with spin. So whenever I try to spin the ball, I feel like the ball just slips off my racket. So this entire video, you'll see me play a lot more conservative, I guess, and not really hit the ball until I really need to, which is something I want to fix, I guess, for future tournaments. I don't want to just play passive. I want to play aggressive, because I feel like that's low-key my game, just being aggressive. But this game, I really couldn't. I don't know. A lot of the time I'm just chopping, blocking like that, and then just letting Glenn make mistakes. But, I mean, if it works this game, it works, right? I guess. Damn. I just got clipped. But, yeah. That's literally my strat. You can see just me blocking. That was a good one. See, that's how I want to play. I want to play like that, but just can't. Never mind, maybe I can't play like that. Maybe I am the GOAT, who knows. But anyway, last few points with Glenn here. that was a terrible point. But yeah, I wasn't expecting to play someone 1700 first game. I was low-key trying to just like warm up before playing, but turns out it was just, this is how it turned out. And after this game, spoiler alert, I beat him 3-0. My day was already off to a good start because I knew I would get at least 50 rating from that. So yeah, last point here. And next game with this chopper from Oregon State University. I think his name is Alex, or Cow, I think. That's his Chinese name. But yeah, chopper, I think I played a lot better this game. I was able to get a lot of my power and use a lot of my power more since he was a chopper, but he is 2100 rated, so quite a bit higher than Glenn. So throughout this game, I think a recurring issue that I've been seeing when I rewatch these clips is my pivot forehand. I think that causes me a lot of my problems, and every time I do it, I miss. And I don't know why I keep doing it, but I feel like every time I do it, it's just an automatic loss, except for that point. But later on, you'll see when I use my pivot forehand, it's just really bad. Also, these serves, I don't know. I think I dumped like 3 of his serves into the net. And then also, I like put 3 of the serves like into space. I think I just can't read spin, if I'm being honest. But yeah, I think I played pretty good this game. I'm able to play my shots. I'm not missing too much. This is... See, what the hell was that, by the way? Every time I pivot forehand, I just... not good. And that was the last point too of that set. I don't know why I keep doing it. Missed once, missed twice. Somehow I still do it these next few games. But yeah, Alex is a great player in my opinion. He doesn't really chop too much. He's really aggressive for a chopper, especially using his forehand. Like that. Ooh. And he's honestly kind of pretty consistent with that too, so I'm trying to get like him low-key. I just want to be able to smack the ball. But yeah, I was going into this game with the expectation of not winning because he is really high rated, so I was just playing my best, seeing what happens, and turned out that sort of worked. I didn't have too much pressure because I knew if I lost, I wouldn't lose any rating either. But nice shots by me. But as you will be able to see, this game was super duper close, and I won't spoil what happens, but it was super close. You guys will have to watch and see. That was probably my favorite shot of the entire tournament though, low-key. I felt so cool doing that. Oh my god, I don't think you guys understand. But anyways, see that pivot forehand? It's just never working. I don't know why I keep doing it. I low-key think if I use my backhand a lot more, it'd be better, but I just don't. That one went on, thank God. Because if I missed 3 in a row, that would have been super embarrassing. Alright, well, second game goes to me. So big score 1-1 now. On to the third game. The first 2 did not go well. I mean points. But I think my pivot forehand, it's only when I go hard. When I go control with my pivot forehand, it sort of works. I'm just like getting it on the table, but if I try to go hard, then that's when the problems start. I think it's because of my stability, low-key. But that's one thing that I've realized that I have to work on after this tournament. So I guess it's a good thing that this brought it to light. Anyways, another thing that I noticed is I think I'm too passive with my chops. After I'm like watching myself play, I'm always just like floating the chop. I'm not actually like putting any spin on it. I'm not being aggressive enough with my chop, I guess. Or being intentional enough. I just like push it over, but I'm not thinking about like my placement or like if I should give it no spin or like heavy down spin when I chop. So I think that's something I have to be more mindful of in the future. See, like these chops is just like I'm just giving him perfect placement, and it'll be like this for like most of the games I played today too. So yeah, that's one thing I noticed. Another thing I noticed is I'm not consistent enough. Like these, I'm trying to go for these like one shots against the chopper. I don't know why I'm doing that, and a lot of the time I miss it though, which probably not good. But yeah, that's also something I need to work on. But on the bright side, I do think I am getting better, especially in games. My practice has gone better too, but I think the difference between my practice and my games is like crazy. Cause in practice I just do whatever the heck I want, and I don't really care. But in tournaments, I think I'm too stressed out, and I just like, can't play how I normally play in practice, which sucks. But maybe it's just an experience thing. I just have to play more tournaments. Because low-key nowadays, the only tournaments I play are NCTTA, which is like 3 times a year. So maybe I'll join some more tournaments in practice, just like playing in a tournament setting. But anyways, 4th game here. I low-key did really good this game. I think it was like 11-2. And this is now final game. At this point, I was super stressed because I was like, wait, I might have a chance now. Because it's 2-2 against the 2100 and I'm 1400. And also, my teammates were watching me now. Game 5, I don't know if you can hear. They were all on the sidelines. So that low-key added a little bit to the stress. But that's the pivot forehand again. I low-key think that's what lost me the game. I lost too many points using that. But hey, it's a good lesson for next time, I guess. I guess he's missing them too, but yep. Game 5, switch sides. And this is when he got a lot more aggressive with his attacks. And I think that's what turned the tide of the game, because I became way too passive, as you'll see in a bit here. At this point, I think I was up like 8-6 or something, or 7-6, now 8-6. And I got super nervous. Like my hands were shaking the entire time because I knew I might have a chance. That was 8-6, but now after that, after I missed this shot, I got so scared. I just pushed everything and I just let him attack for 5 straight points. And this is like my deepest regret of the tournament. Like I just keep chopping. I keep chopping, letting him attack, and there's nothing I can do. And then in the end, I try going for an attack, and I lose the game. So that sucks. And that was the semifinals for singles. So this is the 3rd and 4th place match against Raymond, also one of my teammates. But low-key, I was not in the right headspace for this game. I was still thinking about that loss against the chopper. I don't know if you can tell, but I wasn't trying too much. And I also didn't know that this tournament, or not this tournament, this match. Wait, hold up. Did you guys see that around the net though? That was low-key aura. Anyways, what was I saying? Yeah, I didn't know this match was for regionals qualification. It's top 3 singles players gets direct qualification to regionals, and I didn't know that at the time. I thought we were just playing for like 3rd and 4th position. So yeah, as you can see, these points I'm not really trying. But now that I know it was for singles qualification. Also, what am I doing? I'm chopping. I'm like, I lost to a chopper, and now I'm becoming a chopper. That's how much influence he had over me. That's how much that loss affected me. But anyways, yeah, I like wasn't playing that good this game, which is also my second biggest regret in this tournament, because if I just beat him or beat the chopper, I would have gotten direct qualification to regional singles, but now I don't think I will. Which sucks, but you know, there's always next year. And also, I low-key think the semifinal match was harder than the finals match. That did not make sense. I meant... why am I chopping there? I literally just became a chopper after losing to a chopper. Anyways, what I was saying is, the semifinals match that I played with Kao, if I had won that and got to the finals, that match would have been easier than this one against Raymond. But yeah, maybe it's just a mental thing. But yeah, this game I was just not doing my best, not playing my best. Which, you know, sometimes that happens, but just gotta move on and deal with life. But honestly, I think in the middle of the game I started trying a bit harder. I think I was still trying my hardest that I could at the moment. Like, I was still choing sometimes, right there, but still wasn't enough. I think I was too distraught by the loss. I couldn't play properly, and additionally, I didn't think this match had too much weight on it. But now, in hindsight, it did have a lot of weight to it, but I didn't know it at the time, so I wasn't taking it too seriously. But yeah, anyways, I had a couple good points. A lot of the points I just didn't really care about either, though. But yeah, anyways, this is about the point. I was trying to go for an around the net there for some reason. But anyways, at this point in the tournament, I already played a couple matches and it was starting to get super humid. This was the point where, like, I had to start wiping my paddle after every single point. And what the hell was that? Anyways, what a shot by me. Am I the GOAT for that? What was I saying? Yeah, this was when the court was getting super wet, and one thing that I did this time that I didn't do last time was wiping it on my like shirt or pants after every point, which actually did help a lot. So it honestly wasn't too much of an issue this tournament for me. It was just really annoying having to do that, and when if I forget for like 1 point, then the ball becomes unplayable, which I mean is low-key worse than Paddle Palace. But on to team matches now. Singles matches was finished. I got 4th place. I don't know if you guys remember. This is my op, Kevin from forget the university, but last time I lost to him 3-0 at Divisionals 1, but all of the games were super close, and these last few months I've been like telling everyone that I will beat this guy. I told like everyone on my team, this is the guy I'm gonna beat this divisionals, because this guy's 2,000 rated. Oh, I forgot to tell you, Raymond is 1,800, but he after the tournament he got adjusted to 2,000. But this guy is 2,000. He's like 2,070 or something. So I was like, okay, if I beat him, I steal his rating and I become 2,000. So this was the game I was most excited about, and I thought I had the most chance against. So yeah, I was trying my really best, my very best against Kevin, and his playstyle is super nonchalant. He likes just blocking, playing far from the table, and making or letting me make mistakes, which worked last time, I guess. But this time, it's my new setup. I felt unstoppable. So yeah, I also had my teammates rooting for me since this was a team match, which was nice. First game, I won, and second game, commencing. I'm just yapping like crazy right now. I don't even know what I'm saying. But anyways, yeah, a lot of these matches, you can see Kevin doesn't really use too much power. But when he does use power, it's really scary, low-key. He has a lot of power. I don't know why he doesn't use it. He likes playing, like, just blocking like that and just waiting for me to have a hole in my racket or something. What the hell was that? But, yeah. I think he also had a hard time in this court because a lot of his shots were going under as well. And I didn't really see him wiping his racket too much. He plays really fast. He just, like, gets the ball and serves. So I was like, trying to take my time in between points. Like, what is this? He's just blocking. But I got the point, though, because I'm better than him. I'm kidding. But, yeah, see, that one I feel like should not have gone that low. But it was probably because of the humidity. But yeah. He's just blocking me down this game. And after this game, I got super nervous. I was like, ooh, I have to win this. But you can see here, he's just waiting for me to make a mistake. And after this, I got like super mad at myself. I'm like, how am I missing these? But the thing is, also, I'm not using that much power. I think I'm playing too consistently. I mean, I'm playing too safe and consistent as well. I'm not using a lot of my power, and when I do, it just goes out. But I lost that last game, so I was like, something needs to change. I can't be playing too safe against Kevin because he's too stable. So like that, I was telling myself I have to use my power and try to just overpower his blocks, I guess. Which worked, I think. Worked better than before. But sometimes I would miss when I go hard too, which sucks. But yeah. And I also had a lot more games against like lower rated people that I didn't record. Not record, didn't show in both singles and teams. Especially teams though. But yeah, I think one thing that I noticed is whenever I play lower rated people, I like underestimate them a lot. I like kind of just think that I'll just win no matter what, which isn't the case. I think one game I almost lost because I got overconfident, so that's also something I need to work on. But back to the game with Kevin. Got a couple lucky shots. That point, I was not ready for the continue because I low-key didn't think he was gonna get that on because I put so much spin on it, but he's just the GOAT, I guess. And then these points, they like get me so angry. I don't know. And that was a net, sorry, not a net, an edge too. So I got a little pissed. But I feel like I don't want to go hard because I know I'm gonna miss. But then if I play safe, I know I can't kill him. So it's kind of like a dilemma right there. You know what I mean? But in the end, I figured it out. I found a balance between going hard and playing spin and being consistent. But I don't know. It took me a while to figure out. And there's another hole in my racket. I don't know how I airballed that. But anyways, as for upcoming tournaments, after this tournament is going to be regionals, which we qualified for teams, but I didn't qualify for singles because I lost against Raymond. But yeah, that's going to be later this month in San Francisco. And I'm actually super looking forward to that, since the court is actually going to be good and I'll be able to play my spin shots without having to worry about the balls going straight into the net. So that's going to be fun. And there's going to be different competition there too, so I'm not playing the same people. But yeah, final game with Kevin here. I'm up 2-1 right now. There's the pivot forehand again. Don't know why I keep missing it. Don't know why I keep using it. My backhand's a lot better. Ooh, got a bit lucky there. But yeah, at this point, I was also getting super nervous because he got an edge. No, that's not why. But because I was winning and I was like, damn, I have another chance. Same as the chopper. But this time, I held my nerves together, spoiler alert, and won in the end. But yeah, these points, he's just still blocking. I'm still looping. He's missing, which is good for me. I don't think he was playing his best, which maybe is a good thing. Oh, that was a good shot from me. That was a good sequence of shots. There I was getting too excited. I'm like going for shots I know I can't make. But yeah, last couple of shots with Kevin, I was like getting super excited. And low-key, I don't think I used a single timeout this entire day, which honestly was probably a bad idea. I probably should have used it against Cow or what's his name, Alex, when I started losing at 2-2. But this game, I was also up and I started not losing, but I started giving up a lot of points. So I also didn't use a timeout, but it worked out in the end. But yeah, maybe I should be more carefree, I guess, with my, what's it called, timeouts. But last point here, and that's how we end it. What's up, guys? We're like semi-done. I forgot to record, but
Oh my god.
I beat Kevin.
He did.
Guys, we also dominated singles.
Second, third, and fourth place in men's singles. Let's go.
Yeah, guys, we're just so awesome.
I was gonna do a rating.
3 hours later.
Alright, guys, we finished the tournament. Fuck, I couldn't zoom in, but we're here at Haidilao now.
Sunday big back.
We're about to eat. I'm super hungry. I didn't have anything to eat today, but I beat Kevin, and I'm super happy. Guys, it turns out it's all you can eat, so I'm gonna eat all that I can eat. Alright guys, successful day. My hair's a mess. But just got back, it's like 2 a.m. I don't even know what to say. See you guys in the next vlog.